This is start with that one.
Okay, now on the course nearing the last 500 is Heat 2 of the women's junior doubles. 2 to qualify. Lane 3, Holy Names, Florida. Lane 3, Skyline. Lane 4, Boston Spa. Lane 5, Hampton. Very close coming towards the finish. It looks like it's going to be lane 4 in first place. And then it's going to be close for second place here. And this is 2 to qualify. So coming right to the finish. Looks like lane 4 is now starting to move out ahead. And lane 5 is now taking over second place. So this is all unofficial, but at the finish line it looks like it's going to be lane 4 in first place and lane 5 in second place. Then followed by 3 and then lane 2. Now approaching the last 500 is the first heat of the junior JV men's double. In lane 1 we have Melbourne Prep. In lane 2 Roman Catholic. Lane 3 Blessed Trinity. Lane 4 Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Lane 5 Bellin Jesuit. This is heat number one, men's JV doubles 3 to the final. At this point, it's a close race between lanes 2 and 4. Roman Catholic and Orchard Lake St. Mary's. And looks like lane 4 appears to be pulling out ahead a little bit. This is, again, all unofficial. At this time, it looks like lane 4, then lane 2, then lane 3.
It's 2.
So unofficially, the finish was lanes 3, 1, 4, 5, and 2. It's unofficial. Now on the course, approaching the last 500, is the second heat of the men's junior doubles. In lane 2, Central Catholic, lane 3, North Arlington, lane 4, Saratoga, lane 5, Ridgewood.
It's on.
Looks like lane 3, North Arlington, is in the lead, with a close second between Saratoga and Ridgewood. Coming to the line, it's still very close between Saratoga and Ridgewood. Unofficially at the line, it looks like North Arlington first, Ridgewood second, Saratoga third, with Central Catholic fourth. That's unofficial at this time. So now coming up to the last 500 is the semifinal for the women's freshman quad. All crews advance to the final. The final lanes will be drawn according to the order of finish. Lane 1 is Plant. Lane 2, Germantown Friends. Lane 3, Saratoga. Lane 4, Ridgewood. Lane 5, Skyline. Lane 6, Agnes Irwin. Lane 7, Holy Name from Florida. All right, so coming towards the finish, this looks like a very close race between the first four boats. So it's going to be a little tough calling this one. Right now it looks like lane, let's see. Looks like lane 3 may have a slight lead with lane 4 in second. And then very close for third place here between lanes 2 and lanes 5. So all boats advance to the final here in the women's freshman quad. So unofficially, the finish was lanes Saratoga first, Skyline second, Ridgewood third, Holy Name of Florida fourth, Germantown Friends fifth, Agnes Irwin sixth, and Plant seventh, unofficially. So coming towards the finish, it's a very close race between lanes 2 and 3, Bell and Jesuit and Haverford. And Looks like lane 5, Melbourne Prep, maybe in third place right now. Difference? Who was first?
2.
Yeah, I'll call it right up there.
Yeah, they did. You got it right. It was 2-3.
2-3.
Yep.
5.4.
Yep.
Oh, that's close.
You and me have the same time. Same time. In lane 2.
Right, here comes the second heat of the men's freshman 4. We have Ridgewood in lane 2, Saratoga lane 3, Niskuna lane 4, and Parkersburg South in lane 5. 3 advance to the final. Coming up to the last 250 meters, it looks like a very close race between Ridgewood. I'm sorry, Ridgewood, Saratoga, and Niskayuna. And it looks like at this point, it looks like Niskayuna may have just a little bit of a lead. So unofficially at the line, it is Niskayuna first, Saratoga second, Ridgewood third, and Parkersburg fourth. South. Parkersburg South fourth. It's unofficial. All right, now approaching the finish is the semifinal number 1 of the women's varsity 4. Lane 1, Western Albemarle. Lane 2, Howard Gardner. Lane 3, Blessed Trinity. Lane 4, Osborne Park. Lane 5, Ballston Spa. Lane 6, Green Hills. 3 boats advance to the final. All right, we're approaching the finish now. Looks like lane 4, Osborne Park is in the lead, followed by lane 3, and then lane 2.
The guy that's going to be following the races is on that channel. He's Pat. PC. Just said, tell him you're on the radio. He'll know. Okay, and then I'm going out.
So what I was trying to do is putting the microphone next to this.
It should work fine. Yeah.
432-615.
Yes, I agree.
Is he going to call it how far?
I think I can't tell you exactly on that one. Okay. I think he's been covering most of the first 1,000 meters. Last 500 and the finish. Yeah. One of our guys has been doing a little bit down here too, but I don't know that he's on 340. Okay.
I got a call.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Willie. He said, put this in the camera. And they offered me $100 reward. I found the camera. I'm going to take it, get my $100 reward, and you lose it.
Okay.
That was 610, correct?
Here's what's going to happen. I found that camera.
Okay.
He's going to be calling the rails.
Okay.
It's going to come through here.
Do this.
Okay. Just turn it on.
Just turn it on and let him do it, and then he's gonna stop,
Same time. Yeah.
and then you do the actual finish.
This is pretty
Does that
close.
sound
This is
good?
really close.
Okay.
I got an idea of what's going on.
You know what
So
the
what
tricky
we have to
part
do?
is that lane 6, which is closest to us, is where the time starts to get a little bit different. Like on the outside lane.
I don't.
Or do you want to do that? Or you want I don't know. Well, let's try it once we see.
Yeah.
Why? Well, 'cause you're shooting at a further angle.
So he's telling him what he's running is and everything else for him?
We'll find out.
Okay. So this is one in varsity, 4 semi-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where'd it go?
It's right there. Just gonna tuck it right up against there. I don't know who this belongs to. It doesn't belong.
No. Oh, we got a volunteer.
So when is he going to stop broadcasting on the water?
Don't know.
Okay.
We're gonna
We
play
should
it
have
right
a
here.
set, I was going to say, we should have a set time that he stops. Maybe in the last 250.
Yeah, he will not
Okay,
come up.
so
He
here
will
we
not
go.
come up that far.
Okay, so here we are here now.
So approaching the finish in the women's varsity single heat number 2. It looks again like lane 4 is in the lead, or lane 3 is in the lead, followed by lane 2, then lane 1.
Rowing that far by yourself.
So lane 3 is cross first, lane 2 is second, followed by lane 1.
We'll just wait until it starts. Well, put it wherever is easy for you.
Okay. 3,
Yes, I agree.
Now it's funny. In Canada, when we do this, we read across the board. So we would read it like this: 3, 2, 1, 4, 6, 5. In this case here, it works out. Okay. In this case here, it works out: 3, 2, 1, 4, 6, 5.
Fixes all the problems.
Wait, so I'm confused.
The way it reads across the board actually is the way it worked out in that.
Oh, okay. So that was semi two, right?
That was semi-2 women's varsity single. I'm not hearing anything on this radio.
I'm not. I probably don't have it set up yet.
We always he's doing the NCAA
Where?
in Florida.
Oh, he must be working.
Until I hear that,
Jacksonville.
I'll just do this until I
Yeah,
hear
there's- in Jacksonville.
So approaching the last 500 is heat number one, or semi number 1 of the women's varsity double. 3 to the final. Marietta lane 1, Skyline lane 2, St. Stephen's and St. Agnes lane 3, Episcopal from Jacksonville lane 4, Shaker Heights lane 5, and Rockford in lane 6. So at this point, with about 250 meters to go, it looks like lane 3, lane 3 is in first place, followed by lane 4, and then lane 2. Coming to the finish, Stills lane 3. Followed by lane 4. Lane 2. 6. 5, and 6th is lane 1. So now we have approaching the final 500 heat semifinal number 2 of the women's varsity double with 3 to the grand final. In lane 1 we have Mercy of Rochester, lane 2 Poughkeepsie, lane 3 Ridgewood, lane 4 Penn Charter, lane 5 Xavier Prep, and lane 6 Our Lady of Mercy Academy, New Jersey. Coming in the last 250, looks like a very close race. Possibly lane 2 is in the lead, followed by 4, then 3.
Take a second to reboot.
So coming towards the finish, it looks like it's going to be fairly close.
My FedEx was chasing last night. He went to bed. I went to GPS all the time.
Very close for first and second. Between 2 and 5, with 3 and third. Lane 6 and 4. And following the field, lane 5, I believe. Unofficial results of that was lane Penn Charter first, Poughkeepsie second, Ridgewood third, Xavier fourth, Mercy of Rochester fifth, and Our Lady of Mercy, New Jersey sixth. 3 advanced to the final. Now in the last approaching the last 500, we have heat number one, or semi number one rather, I'm sorry, of the women's freshman 8. Three advance to the grand final. Mercy of Rochester, lane 1, T.C. Williams, lane 2, Saratoga, lane 3, Mount St. Joseph's, lane 4, Marion Mercer in 5, and St. Joseph's Academy in lane 6. Approaching the finish, it looks like lane 4 is first, lane 3 is second, lane 2 is third, and then it looks like it's going to be very close between 1 and 5 for fourth. And lane 6 pulling up the end. Unofficial finish for the heat semi 1 of the women's freshman 8 is Mount St. Joe's first, Saratoga second, T.C. Williams third, Marion Mercer fourth, Mercy Rochester fifth, and St. Joseph's Academy sixth. Unofficially. Okay, now in the last 500, we have semi number 2 of the freshman women's 8. Lane 1, Macaulay. Lane 2, Plant. Lane 3, New Trier. Lane 4, Radnor. Lane 5, Archbishop Carroll. Lane 6, Morristown. And right now it looks like New Trier is in the lead with about 300 meters to go.
There's the winners. First winners. Capture.
It's still New Trier, and with 3 to qualify, it looks like it could be very close for second and third. Looks like New Trier in first with Plant second and Radnor in third. Okay, still looks like New Trier first and Plant second, then Radnor. Then Archbishop Carroll, Macaulay, and Morristown.
Yeah, I'd like to come in. 342. Yeah, it was inside out. Yeah.
Okay, the camera says 342-516. Inside out.
Those are good.
Lane 3, Saratoga maintains the lead. 4, halfway into them. 5 and 6 are about a turn with 5 and 6. Freshman 8, first heat, lane 3, in the lead, bow to stern on lane 4. Lane 4 is half a boat length up on lanes 5 and 6, who are about even, with lane 2 also about even with lanes 5 and 6. Lane 1 is back, bow to stern on lane 2. the freshman 8, top 3 to the final. And positions 1 and 2 are lanes 3 and 4. Battle for the third spot between lanes 5, 6, and 2. 500 meters to go. Lane 3, Saratoga has opened water on the field. They are about a boat length of open on the field. Lane 4 is in second place solidly. Lane 5, 6, and 2 are bow to stern on lane 4. Lane 1 is bow to stern on lane 2. Sadie Nations Cleveland battling for that third place spot as we go into the sprint. We are on the last 350 meters of the course. Lane 5, Wilson.
Okay, so coming into the last 250 meters, we have Saratoga in the lead, and it looks like very close for second and third. Again, we're in semi number 1 of the freshman 8. It looks now like it could be Winter Park coming up very strong here for second place. Saratoga clearly in the lead. And Winter Park is second, lane 4. Lane 2, St. Joe's Prep is third. St. Ignatius sixth, and lane 6 is fourth. Woodrow Wilson is fifth, and Washington and Lee sixth. Next up will be semi number 2 of the men's freshman 8, Montclair in lane 1, Orchard Lake St. Mary's in 2, New Trier in 3, Plant in 4, Chaminade in 5, and McLean in 6. That's semi number 2, men's freshman 8. 3 boats advance to the grand final.
Approaching 5, crossing through the 500-meter mark.
And turn it down just a little bit, because you're saying this picks up everything, so. See if I can cover it this way, see if it helps. Does it work at all?
through the 750-meter mark. Lane 1 is in the lead, with lane 3 pushing through, new Trier. Lanes 2 and 4 are even, bow to stern on the race leaders, lane 1 and 3. Lane 6 is bow to stern with lane 4, lane 5, bow to stern behind lane 6.
They delayed the start? No, there they come.
No, they're coming.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be at 9:10.
Guys,
They do it at
guys.
100 approaching the last 500 meters of the race. Lane 3, new Trier in the lead by 6 seats on lane 1. Montclair. Orchard Lake St. Mary's, lane 2. 2 seats into Montclair. Lane 4 is 2 seats down off of lane 2. Battle for this third place is between lanes 2 and 4, with lane 3 solidly in the front, lane 1 solidly in second.
Can I turn this on and off each time? Or would you rather me leave it on? So coming into the last 300 meters of this heat, or semi-2 of the men's freshman 8, it looks like Montclair in lane 1 with New Trier in second. And then for third place, it looks like it's very close between Chaminade and Orchard Lake, St. Mary's. New Trier is now taking over the lead with Montclair in second, and a very close race for third here. Coming to the line, clearly New Trier. Okay, too close to call for second and third. With Lower Marion in fifth. Oops, sorry, wrong crew. McLean in fifth and Chaminade last.
With lane 4 a deck ahead of, half a deck ahead of lane 2, who is a half a deck ahead of lane 3. Lane 5 is bow to stern behind lane 4. Lane 1, bow to stern behind lane 2. Lane 6 behind the field by open. Coming through 750 meters, lane 4 is pushing ahead. Lane 4, Holy Names, Florida is now half a length ahead of lane 3 and lane 5, who are dead even coming through the 750-meter mark. Lane 2 is a deck behind lane 3, lane 1 bow to stern behind lane 2. Through the 500-meter mark, lane 4 maintains a slight advantage. Lane 5, half a boat length down on lane 4. Lane 3, a quarter of a front deck behind lane 5. Lane 2 is a deck behind lane 3. Very tight race between the top 4 boats.
So coming into last 500, women's junior 4, semi number 1, 3 to the grand final. We have Parkersburg South in lane 1, Xavier Prep in 2, West Potomac in 3, Holy Name Florida in 4, Lower Marion in 5, and Obzagami in lane 6. And again, these first 4 boats look very close at this point. Oops. So what do we got? So at this time it looks like lane 1, Parkersburg South in first, Holy Name is in second, and West Potomac possibly third. Very close here, very close. So lane 4 is first. Lane 5, then 3, then 2. And I'm sorry, 1, then 2, then 6.
Three, Eustace in second place, who is open on lanes 2, 4, 5, and 6. Lanes 2, 4, 5, and 6 all within a quarter of a boat length within each other for third place.
Would you have results on that last one? Oh, never mind.
4, 5, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2, 6.
150-meter mark. Lane 1, Nichols still maintains the lead. Lane 3, Eustace pushing through, now closing the gap.
Wave it. Wave it. Wave it.
Lanes 5 and 6 battling for third place, with lane 6 a deck above lane 5 at this point. Mount St. Joseph, St. Ignatius, Chicago, 1 deck above Mount St. Joseph. Lane 4, Egg Harbor, bow to stern behind lane 5. Meters out, lanes 1 and 3 in a dead heat for first place. Lanes 5 and 6 battling for third place, with lane 2 coming in half a boat length down on lanes 5 and 6. Through 500 meters, lane 3 appearing to pull ahead slightly on lane 1. Lanes 2, 5, and 6 battling for third place, with lane 5 a bye ball ahead of lane 6. Lane 2, 1 deck behind lanes 5 and 6.
Okay, coming in the last 300 meters, This is women's JV4 semifinal number 2. 3 to the advance to the final. Lane 1 is Nichols. Lane 2 is Our Lady of Mercy Academy, Soyset, Bishop Eustace in lane 3, Egg Harbor in 4, Mount St. Joe's in 5, St. Ignatius Chicago is 6. Right now, the battle looks like it's between lanes 3, Eustace, and lane 1, Nichols, with less than 250 meters to go. And at this point, lane third place is still up in the air a little bit. It's very close between 2 and 5 for third place. So coming with less than 100 meters to go, it still looks like it's Nichols in first with Bishop Eustace in second. Unofficially, Eustace first, Nichols second. This is all unofficial. Looks like 5, then 3, then 4, then 6.
Sure. 3-1, 5-2, 4-6.
Approach 750 meter mark, lane 3, out ahead by a boat length, Episcopal. 2 and 4, even, and bow to stern behind lane 3. Lanes 1 and 5, even, bow to stern behind lanes 2 and 4 as we cross over the 750 meter mark. Into 600 meters, lane 3 Episcopal maintains a lead on the field, bow to stern on lane 4 Canisius. With lane 5 moving ahead of lanes 2 and 1 into third place, coming into Canisius by 1/4 deck. Calling it. Meter mark, lane 3 in the lead. Bow to stern on lane 4, who is half a boat length up on lane 5, who is half a boat length up on lane 2.
Okay, right now we're in semi number 1 of the men's JV4s, 3 to the grand final. Lane 1 is Lower Merion, lane 2 St. Joseph Collegiate, lane 3 Episcopal, lane 4 Canisius, lane 5 St. Ignatius of Cleveland, and lane 6 Kearney.
Halfway through lane 4 with lane 2 halfway through lane 5.
Yeah, he's supposed to be cutting out at 500. So just turn over.
So with about 350 meters to go, it still looks like Episcopal in first, and very close between lanes 5, 2, and 1, with 3 to advance to the final. Again, Episcopal appears to be pulling away a little bit, as well as Canisius and St. Joe's, clearly pulling away now for second and third. St. Ignatius of Cleveland's making a charge at this point. So it looks like Episcopal will be first. Episcopal is first, followed by Canisius, and then St. Ignatius with St. Joe's in fourth. Lane 1 Lower Merion is fifth, and Kearney is sixth. Next up is men's JV4 semifinal 2. 3 to advance to the final. Lane 1, John Jay. Lane 2, Gunston. Lane 3, Haverford. Lane 4, Don Bosco. Lane 5, Walter Johnson. Lane 6, St. Joe's Prep. All right, heat number 2, men's juniors, semi number 2, men's JV4 is coming to the line right now. It looks like lane 4, Don Bosco, possibly in first place, followed by Haverford. Walter Johnson, Gunston, St. Joe's Prep. And that's unofficial at this time. So unofficially men's JV4 semi 2 is Don Bosco first, Haverford second, Walter Johnson third, John Jay fourth, St. Joe's Prep fifth, and Gunston sixth. Next up is women's JV8 semi number 1, 3 to the grand final. Lane 1 Langley, Lane 2 Mount St. Joe's, Lane 3 Niskayuna, Lane 4 Holy Spirit, Lane 5 Episcopal, Lane 6 Walter Johnson.
I'm telling you.
So we're now coming into the last 500 of semi number 1 of the women's JV 8. It looks like right now it looks like Niskayuna in first with Mount St. Joe's in second. And then it looks like it's very close between Langley and Holy Spirit. Again, Niskayuna in first with Mount St. Joe's in second. Coming up to the last 100 meters, it's still Niskayuna in first. This is the semifinal one of the women's JV 8. 3 go advance to the final. Looks like Holy Spirit is now taking a little bit of a lead on Langley. So first is Niskayuna. Mount St. Joe's is second. Holy Spirit appears to be third, with Langley fourth, Episcopal, and Walter Johnson. Up next, heat semifinal number 2, women's JV 8s, with 3 to advance to the final. Lane 1, T.C. Williams. Lane 2, Woodrow Wilson. Lane 3, St. Joe's Academy. Lane 4, Montclair. Lane 5, Marion Mercer. And Lane 6, W.T. Woodson. That's heat number 2, or semi number 2, women's JV 8.
Could you have the starter hold up the transmitter from now on? Use radio to start the
Montclair appears to have.
Heard him a little bit, but it didn't sound clear.
250 meters. Lane 4. Joe Wilson in second place. Lane 3, 5, and 1, all within a deck of each other. Lane 6, bow to stern behind lane 5. Women's JV 8 is now crossing the 500-meter mark. Lane 4, Montclair, has a half-a-length lead on the field. Lane 3 is in second place. Lanes 2 and 5 even for third place. Lane 1 is 6 seats down on lane 2. Lane 6, bow to stern behind lane 5.
Oh, he's the first one.
Lane Montclair. Lane 2 and 5 battling for third place with lane 2 moving slightly ahead of lane 5, half a boat length down behind lane 3, St. Joseph Academy, Cleveland. Passing through 750 meter marks. Lane 3, St. Joseph, has pulled ahead of lane 4, Montclair. Lanes 2 and 5 in a dead even heat for third place. 2 is approaching the 500-meter mark. At 500 meters, lane 3, St. Joseph, half a boat length up on the field. Lane 2 and 4, even. Lane 5, pulling into lane 4, almost even with lane 4. Lane 2 moving up. Lane 2 is edging out lane 4, who is edging out lane 5.
All right, so coming into the last 350 meters. Looks like lane 3, St. Joseph's in first place. Yeah, he's coming too far down. It looks like second place right now is Woodrow Wilson in lane 2, with 4, 5, and 1 battling it out for third place right now. 3 boats advance to the final. So again, we're still St. Joseph's Academy in first place with Woodrow Wilson in second, and it now looks like lane 5, Marion Mercer, may have pulled ahead a little bit for third place, with Montclair fourth, TC fifth, and W.T. Woodson sixth. So coming to the line, we have St. Joseph's in first, and it looks like Montclair and Marion Mercer second, Woodrow Wilson third, Montclair fourth, W.T. Woodson fifth, and T.C. Williams sixth. It's unofficial. Okay, next up we have semi number 1 of the men's JV8. 3 advanced to the grand final. Loyola Academy in 1, Upper Arlington in 2, Chaminade in 3, St. Ignatius of Cleveland in 4, New Trier in 5, and Forest Park in 6th. Lane 6 is closest to the camera. Lane 1 is furthest.
In second place, lane 1, Loyola in third, with lanes 4 and 5, St. Ignatius Cleveland and New Trier battling for fourth place at this time. Through 500 meters, lane 3, Chaminade, bow to stern on lane 2, Upper Arlington, who is bow to stern on lane 5, New Trier, who is 2 seats up on lane 4, St. Ignatius, who is even with lane 1, Loyola Academy.
Long Island, New York.
Under Chaminade at a commanding lead, lanes 5 and 2 battling for second place, and third place, lane 4, pushing into lane 5, New Trier.
So 250 meters to go. We're still looking at Chaminade in lane 3 first. With New Trier in second, or Upper Arlington in second, I'm sorry. And Loyola Academy in third. And coming to the line, it is still Chaminade, Upper Arlington, then New Trier, St. Ignatius, Loyola Academy, and Forest Park in sixth. That is unofficial at this time. Next up is semi number 2, men's junior 8, Morristown lane 1, Langley lane 2, St. Joe's Prep lane 3, Montclair lane 4, St. Peter's Prep lane 5, Plant closest to the camera in lane 6. 3 make it to the grand final.
didn't catch it till just now. Shoot.
So that was great.
Okay, we have the women's lightweight varsity 4 on the course now. 3 to semifinals, or semifinal number 1, 3 to the finals. Lane 1, Radnor. Lane 2, Kearney. Lane 3, Mount St. Joseph's. Lane 4, Obzagami. Lane 5, Lower Marion. Lane 6, Woodbridge. Unofficial results from men's JV 8 Heat 2 was St. Joe's Prep first, Morristown second, Langley in third, Montclair fourth, St. Peter's Prep fifth, and Plant in sixth. We are now into the women's lightweight 4 semifinal 1.
Through the 250 meter mark, we have a very close race between lanes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Lanes 2 and 3, half a boat length up on lanes 1 and 4. As we settle into race speed, 3 is walking ahead, pulling ahead of lanes 2 and 4. Mount St. Joseph, lane 3, now full length ahead of lane 2, Kearney, lane 4, Atsugami. Lanes 2 and 4, almost steady. Lane 1, open, behind lane 2, lane 6, bow to stern behind lane 1. Through 500 meters, approaching 600 meters into the race. Lane 3, lead on the field. Half a boat length against lane 2, Kearney. 3 have separated from the field, with lanes 1 and 6 even, several boat lengths behind the team leaders. To the 700 mark, lane 3, Mount St. Joseph has widened their lead to bow to stern lane 4 and is now opening on lane 4. Lane 2 and lane 4 in a very close race for second and third place, with lane 4 still almost half a boat length ahead of lane 2.
Women's lightweight 4 coming in about 350 meters to go. Still looks like lane 3, Mount St. Joseph's in first place. with 2 and 4 appear to be very close between Kearney and Abzagami for second and third. And we have Radnor in fourth at this time. So again, first place is Mount St. Joe's. Right now, second appears to be Kearney with Abzagami in third. So coming to the line for the last 100 meters. Again, we have Mount St. Joe's in first. Abzagami second. Kearney in third. Radnor in fourth. Fifth is Lower Merion. And sixth place is Woodbridge. Unofficial results. Lightweight women's varsity 4, semifinal number 1. First 3 advance. Lightweight women's 4, semi number 2 coming up next. Ransom Everglades in 1, Ocean City in 2, Rye in 3, Brighton in 4, Nichols in 5, City Honors in 6. 3 to advance to the final.
Okay, Rawls and Cook winner 546.5. 342.165.
Now within a quarter of a boat length of each other, with lane 2 falling back and lane 6 bow to stern on lane 2. Lane 5 losing a lot of distance after someone caught a crab at the 300-meter mark. Through 750 in Heat 2 of the women's lightweight varsity 4. Lane 1 is again ahead by half a boat length on lane 3. Rye, who is ahead by half a boat length on lane 4. Brighton, who is ahead by a full boat length on lane 2. Ocean City.
Yes, yes, I am.
What, the TV? Yeah. Is that my fault? You can put it somewhere else if you want.
But you know what? We're not using it.
No, we're not using it, so that's what I'm saying.
Through 750 meters, lanes 1, 3, and 4 are now all dead even.
Is that what happened? So you gotta figure out how to get back to that double screen? Don't ask me, I don't know nothing about that. If I did,
100 meters to go, lane 4. Brighton taking a move, pulling a deck ahead of lanes 1 and 3, who will remain dead even. Lanes 2 and 6 behind the field by several boat lengths.
Rochester.
Lane 5 recovering from their crab and moving in back into the field, now down 2 boat lengths on lane 6.
That's City Honors. Yeah,
Passing 500, lanes 1, 3, and 4 are all within a quarter deck of each other.
there's Nichols. Oh no, that's City Honors there. Hold on. Nichols should be in green. I know Nichols, City Honors are from Buffalo. Brighton's from Rochester. Where are we? Not quite here yet. I think it's starting to work out pretty good.
Okay, semi number 2, the women's lightweight 4, coming into the final 250 meters. It still looks like Brighton is out ahead. 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, we got Cruz here on the outside. Boone looks like they're Brighton rather looks like it's coming up on the outside again against Ransom Everglades. So coming to the line appears to be Brighton in first place, followed by Rye, Ocean City, and sorry, that was Ransom Everglades. Ocean City, City Honors, and sixth place is Nichols.
Meter mark of the men's lightweight varsity 4, first heat. Lane 4, Rye.
Right now we're going into men's lightweight varsity 4, first heat, lane 1, St. Peter's Prep, lane 2, Rockford, lane 3, Father Judge, lane 4, Rye, lane 5, Boone, lane 6, Alderdice. 3 advance to the final.
With 2 lengths of open behind lane 2, Rockford. Lane 5 and 6 in a close race. Bow to stern against lane 1. Meters out, lane 4, Rye continues to move through lane 3, Father Judge. As we approach 500 meters, appear to be very close to even, with lane 2, Rockford, bow to stern behind lane 3. And through the 500 meter mark, lane 3 and 4 in a very tight race, with lane 4 pushing ahead by a quarter of a bow. Lane 2 remains bow to stern on the field. Lane 2 remains bow to stern on lane 3.
Is that this camera up here? Wow, what a good picture that is. Semi 1 of men's lightweight 4 coming to the last 200 meters. It is very close for first place here. Looks looks like lane 4 is first. That's Rye. With lane 3, Father Judge second. Lane 2, Rockford in third. lane 5, lane 5 Boone, then lane 1 St. Peter's, and lane 6 Alderdice. Unofficial results. So unofficial results of men's varsity lightweight 4 semi 2. Bell and Jesuit first, Wakefield second, Don Bosco third, St. Joe's Prep fourth, Canisius fifth, and St. Edward's sixth. Next up, we have the women's second varsity 8 semi number 1 top 3 to the final. Manhasset in 1, New Trier in 2, St. Ignatius San Francisco in 3, Saratoga in 4, McLean in 5, and Holy Spirit in 6. So women's varsity second 8 semifinal 1, top 3 of the final. Coming into the last 300 meters, we have New Trier in first, Saratoga second, St. Ignatius of San Francisco in third. It looks like it's going to be very close for second place between Saratoga and St. Ignatius of San Francisco. With St. Ignatius putting on a sprint right now, they're walking up on Saratoga. New Trier has open water on the field, and is pulling away. And looks like very close for fourth between Manhasset and McLean, with Holy Spirit coming up the rear. So crossing the line, it is New Trier, Saratoga, St. Ignatius. McLean, Manhasset, and Holy Spirit. Next up, we have semifinal number 2 of the women's second varsity 8. Lane 1, James Madison. Lane 2, Mount St. Joe's. Lane 3, Winter Park. Lane 4, T.C. Williams. Lane 5, Radnor. Lane 6, Loyola Academy. 3 advanced to the final.
Winter Park has taken the lead on the field by half a boat length. Lanes 2 and 4 battling for second and third place. Lanes 5 and 6 even, bow to stern behind lane 4. Cross the 500-meter mark of the second heat of the women's second 8. Lane 3 retains the lead by at least half a boat length on lane 4, T.C. Williams, who retains the lead by half a boat length on lane 2, Mount St. Joseph, who is in a tight battle with lane 1, about half a boat length ahead of lane 1.
Second semifinal.
Through the 750-meter mark of the women's varsity second 8, second heat. Lane 3, Winter Park maintains a lead of half a boat length on lane 4, T.C. Williams. T.C. Williams has widened their lead 6 seats above lanes 1 and 2, who are almost dead even, battling for third place. The 600-meter mark, not much movement in race leaders, lane 3 and 4, but a heated battle between lanes 1 and 2, James Madison and Mount St. Joseph for third place. Now crossing the 500-meter mark, lane 4, T.C. Williams has moved into race leader Winter Park, now only 3 seats down on the lead. Lane 2 is bow to stern with lane 4, Mount St. Joseph, pulling ahead of lane 1. Lane 1 now 6 seats behind lane 2. Lane 4 battling for first place with lane 3 moving slightly. Lane 3 still holding the lead. Lane 2 has now opened up on lane 1.
Coming into the last 250 meters, it still looks like Winter Park in first with T.C. Williams second. It now looks like there's been a change for second place. Looks like Mount St. Joe's has moved into second place with T.C. Williams third, and still Winter Park in first. And coming to the last 100 meters, we have Winter Park in first, T.C. Williams second, Mount St. Joe's third, James Madison, followed by Radnor and Loyola Academy. Again, unofficial results.
I agree.
Next up, women's varsity 4, semifinal 1. 3 to the grand final, next 3 to the petite final. Lane 1, Baylor. Lane 2, Gloucester. Lane 3, Ocean City. Lane 4, Cathedral Catholic. Lane 5, Bishop O'Connell. Lane 6, Bayshore. Again, first 3 to the grand final, next 3 to the petite final.
Appears to be bow to stern on lane 4. Lane 4 with a slight edge over lane 1. Lane 5 behind lane 4 by a little bit of open. Lane 6 behind lane 5, bow to stern. To the 650 mark, lane 3, Ocean City has taken open on the field. Lane 4, Cathedral Catholic is moving into lane 2. Gloucester, who is maintaining second place. Lanes 1 and 5 are even. Bow to stern behind lanes 2 and 4. Passing through 750 meters, lane 3 maintains a lead. Lane 4 and 2 battling for second place with lane 4 slightly ahead. Lane 5 now in the mix, moving in to lane 4, about half a boat length down on lane 4. One of the women's varsity 4 is approaching the 500-meter mark. Lane 3 in a commanding lead. Lanes 2, 4, and 5 battling for second and third place with lane 4 maintaining a one-deck lead over lane 2 with lane 2 maintaining a two-seat lead over lane 5. Approaching 300, lane 2 appears to have moved ahead of lane 4 slightly. Lanes 2 and 4 dead even with lane 5, half a boat length down on lanes 2 and 4.
So coming into the last 300 meters, women's varsity 4 semi 1. Again, Baylor in lane 1, Gloucester in lane 2, Ocean City 3, Cathedral Catholic in 4, Bishop O'Connell 5, Bay Shore 6. It looks like Ocean City right now has a commanding lead. And it looks like it's very close between Gloucester and Cathedral Catholic. With about 100 meters to go, it's still Ocean City in first. Looks like lane 2, Gloucester is in second place right now, and a fight between 1 and 4 for third. Again, Ocean City in first. Lane 4, Cathedral Catholic. Then lane 2, Gloucester. Lane 5, Bishop O'Connell. Lane 6, lane 1, Baylor. And Bay Shore in 6th. Again, unofficial results.
Yes, yes. Had picture for the last little bit of that previous race, and we have a picture now.
Next we have semi number 2 of the women's varsity 4. West Springfield lane 1, Emma Willard lane 2, Obzagami lane 3, Ann Arbor Pioneer lane 4, Bonner and Prendergrass lane 5, and West Potomac in lane 6. 3 to the final, next 3 to the petite final.
Mark lane 2, Emma Willard is out by open on the field. Lane 3 in second place, a deck ahead of lane 4, Ann Arbor Pioneer. Ann Arbor Pioneer, half a boat length ahead of lane 1, West Springfield, who is open on lanes 5 and 6. Four approaching the 600-meter mark. Lane 3 and 4 battle for second and third place. And lane 1 down, bow to stern on lanes 3 and 4. In the 500-meter mark, lane 3 seems to have a slight lead on lane 4, Ann Arbor Pioneer, who is 4 seats ahead of lane 1, West Springfield. Lane 3, Otsagami looks to be in second place, battling Ann Arbor Pioneer.
Wow. They're from just on Albany area.
Okay, women's varsity 4, heat number, or semifinal number 2. Looks like Emma Willard is in second, or first rather, sorry. Emma Willard first, with Ann Arbor Pioneer in second. Oh, correction on that. It's Obzagami in second, Ann Arbor Pioneer in third. And fourth appears to be West Springfield with Bonner Prendergast in fifth and West Potomac in sixth. So it is Emma Willard in first, Obzagami second, Ann Arbor Pioneer third, West Springfield, Bonner Prendergast, and West Potomac unofficial results. Women's varsity for semi number 2. Next we have men's varsity for semi number 1, 3 to the grand final, 3 to the petite final. Lane 1, Woodrow Wilson. Lane 2, St. Joe's Collegiate. Lane 3, Episcopal. Lane 4, Canisius. Lane 5, Christian Brothers. Lane 6, McLean.
In the men's varsity 4. First heat, lane 3 still maintains the lead on the field. Lane 4 in second place, down by 3 seats. Lane 1, Woodrow Wilson, and lane 4, Canisius, dead even, battling for third place. We come through the 750-meter mark. Lane 4, Canisius, is moving in. Now almost even with lane 2, St. Joseph Collegiate. Lanes 2 and 4, bow to stern with lane 3, Episcopal PA, moving into lane 3. Lane 1 falling back slightly. Lane 1, Woodrow Wilson is now bow to stern with lane 2. Pushing 600 meters, lane 3 maintains the lead, bow to stern on lanes 2 and 4.
I coached the Episcopal coach, Molly Van Dyke, or Molly Knapp, is it? I coached her when she was in high school, a kid. Her and her sisters.
100-meter mark, lane 3 maintains the lead. Lanes 2 and 4 battling for second and third place. Lane 1, bow to stern on lane 2. Lane 5, bow to stern behind lane 1. Lane 6, bow to stern behind lane 5.
Well, coming in the last 250 meters, it looks like very close race for first place right now. Very close. Still looks like Episcopal has a slight lead over St. Joe's and Woodrow Wilson with Canisius in fourth. Christian Brothers fifth and McLean sixth. So coming up to the line, unofficially, Episcopal is first, St. Joe's second, Canisius third, Woodrow Wilson fourth. Christian Brothers in fifth and McLean sixth.
I agree.
What was it, 3-2-4?
Yep.
Up next is men's varsity 4 semi number 2, lane 1 Nichols, lane 2 Langley, lane 3 Walter Johnson, lane 4 Haverford, lane 5 Waterford, and lane 6 Haddonfield. 3 to final, 3 to the petite final.
Okay, approaching the 500-meter mark of the second heat of the men's varsity 4. Lane 1, Nichols, with the lead on the field. Lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5, all within a quarter deck of each other.
Too loud.
That pod is 200. Oh, I don't. We'll get by team switches.
The 500-meter mark, lane 4 and 5 separating from the field slightly, pulling ahead of lanes 3 and lane 2. Lane 4 and 5 approximately even. Quarter of a deck up on lane 3, who is now about astern on lane 2. Through 750-meter mark, lane 1 and 5 even, battling for first place. Nichols and Waterford. Lane 4, 1 seat down on lane 5, lane 3, 1 deck down on lane 4.
Men's varsity 4 semi number 2 coming into the last 500 meters, or last 300 meters rather. It looks like Nichols in lane 1 has a lead. And then very close for second place here. Very close. Between Walter Johnson and Waterford. So coming to the line, we have Nichols in first place, Waterford second, Walter Johnson third, Hartford fourth, Langley fifth, and Haddonfield sixth. Lane 1 won this first, and they've won today.
But see what I go over here, he does like this. Scroll.
153 426.
Even with his accent, I understand. Laying down.
You don't have an accent. People tell me that all the time. You got an American accent.
American.
Like I live in Canada, so people tell me I got an American accent. Next up, varsity women's 8 semifinal 1, 3 to the grand final. I'm sorry, 2 to the grand final. Next, 2 to the petite final. Bethesda Chevy Chase in 1, James Madison in 2, Saratoga in 3, Mount St. Joe's in 4, Plant in 5, Upper Arlington in 6. This is the first of 3 heats for the women's varsity 8. Again, 2 to the grand final, 3rd and 4th go to the petite final.
Yes, hello?
No, that was to Josh up here on the finish. So yes, I did say something, just not to pay attention. I still have a picture from you, and it's good. There's close-up shots of it also.
You told me that Jeff might trade you, that you went to the bathroom and like took all the cereal limits.
We've been pulled. Is there any way that the officials can be talked into using 10 launches instead of 12? Like 5 rotations instead of 6?
Yeah, it's not my call. John Newsom.
John Newsom?
Newsom?
Newsom, where is he?
He's the head referee.
He's the head referee. So that would be a Matt and John call. They would have to make that.
Matt Kravitz?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can I talk to John? I don't know who he is.
Right there.
With the green hat?
Yeah.
John?
That's John. Thanks, Pat.
Most probably. We don't have this radio anymore? Yeah.
So coming into the last 350 meters, it looks like we got Saratoga in first with Mount St. Joe's in second. Again, Saratoga in first. They appear to have open water on the field. With between Mount St. Joe's and Bethesda Chevy Chase for second place right now, with James Madison and Plant fighting it out for fourth, and Upper Arlington in sixth. So coming to the line, it looks like unofficially we have Saratoga in first. And Mount St. Joe's in second. Bethesda Chevy Chase in third. Plant fourth. James Madison fifth. And Upper Arlington sixth. Up next, we have semifinal number 2 of the women's varsity 8. First 2 to the grand final, next 2 to the petite final. T.C. Williams in lane 1, McLean in 2, New Trier in 3, Marion Mercer in 4, St. Ignatius of San Francisco in 5, Holy Spirit in 6th. Lane 6 is one closest to the camera, so keep an eye on lane 6. All right, women's varsity 8, semi number 2. Again, first 2 to the final, next 2 to the petite final. T.C. Williams in 1, McLean in 2, New Trier in 3, Mary Mercer 4, St. Ignatius San Francisco 5, Holy Spirit in 6, and we are coming into the last 350 meters.
There are bagels out here now if anybody wants bagels.
Is there coffee too?
No coffee. They gave us cups and stirrers and sugar, but no coffee.
No coffee, okay.
It looks right now like we have New Trier in the lead. And then very close race for second place between lanes 1, 2, 4, and 5, with lane 6 falling back just a little bit. About 100 meters to go. We still have New Trier in first. And it looks like St. Ignatius and Marion Mercer fighting it out for second. So at the line, it is St. New Trier in first. Unofficially, St. Ignatius second, Marion Mercer third. Then we have McLean, T.C. Williams, and Holy Spirit.
Third heat, not second. Right?
Semi-final 3.
Women's varsity 8 is approaching the 750 meter mark. Very tight race between lanes 1, 2, 3, 4, with lane 5 down bow to stern on lane 4 and lane 6 down by open on lane 5. For Northern National Cathedral appears to be 3 seats up on lane 3, who is 3 seats up on lane 2. With lanes 1 and 5 approximately even, lane 5 moving now as we approach the 500 meter mark. 4 seats up on the field, lanes 3 and 5 even, battling for second and third place, with lane 2 down 4 seats on lane 3, lane 1 down 6 seats on lane 2. In 350, lane 4 up by 1 boat length open, lanes 3 and 5 even, battling for second place.
Okay, women's varsity 8, semi number 3, 2 to the final, next 2 to the petite final. Lane 1, Loyola Academy, lane 2, Montclair, lane 3, Winter Park, lane 4, National Cathedral, lane 5, Manhasset, lane 6, Haddonfield. Coming into the last 250 meters. And it looks right now like National Cathedral has a slight lead on the field, with lanes 1, 2, and 3 quite close together. Lane 5, Manhasset down just a little bit, and 6, Haddonfield, about 3 open behind the field. So again, we are in National Cathedral first, coming into the last 100 meters. Second looks like Winter Park, with Manhasset making a charge for third. So again, National Cathedral, Winter Park, Manhasset, Montclair, Loyola Academy, and Haddonfield. So next up, men's varsity 8, semi number 1. Top 2 to the grand final, next 2 to the petite final. Lane 1, Macaulay. Lane 2, Ocean City. 3, St. Albans. 4, Fordham Prep. 5, Montclair. 6, DeMarta. This is the heat, or semi number 1, men's varsity 8.
Meter mark, lanes 2 and 3 battling for first place, Ocean City and St. Albans. Lane 4 now moving into third place with a little bit of open behind lanes 2 and 3. Lane 5, 1 seat down on lane 4, St. Augustine. Lanes 1 and 6 bow to stern on lane 4.
What is that? That little fog that just is right about in the middle of the screen. It's gone now. Okay. Is that what it is? Right. Semi 1, men's varsity 8, coming into the last 300 meters. Looks like we have a battle here between lanes 4, 3, and 2. Again, first two advance to the grand final, next two to the petite final. Right now it looks like lane 4. I'm sorry. Looks like lane 3, St. Albans in first. Then Ocean City. Then Fordham Prep. Coming up to the line, let's see what we have here now. St. Albans in first. Fordham Prep second. Ocean City. St. Augustine. I'm sorry, Montclair. DeMarta and Macaulay. So unofficially it was St. Albans first and Fordham Prep in second. Ocean City third. Montclair, DeMarta, and Macaulay. Next up, we have the second semifinal of the men's varsity 8. Thomas Jefferson in 1, St. Ignatius Cleveland 2, St. Edwards 3, Bethesda Chevy Chase in 4, St. Augustine in 5, and Central Catholic from Pittsburgh in 6. Again, first two advance to the grand final, next two to the petite final.
The 750-meter mark of the second heat of the men's varsity 8. St. Edward, lane 3, is in the lead. Bow to stern on lanes 1 and lane 6. Lane 4, Bethesda Chevy Chase, in fourth place with 3 seats up on lane 2, St. Ignatius Cleveland. St. Ignatius even with lane 5, St. Augustine.
I'll tell you one thing I've not heard here.
500-meter mark, lane Ignatius Cleveland falling back. Bow to stern on lane 1, who is bow to stern on lane 4.
Coming in the last 250. It looks like St. Edwards is in first. And then Thomas Jefferson second. And Bethesda Chevy Chase third. With Central Catholic fourth. St. Ignatius Cleveland fifth. And that is St. Edwards first. And, ooh, very close for second and third. No call there. Fourth would be Thomas Jefferson. Fifth would be Central Catholic. And sixth would be St. Ignatius of Cleveland. Too close to call for second place. So unofficial results of semi number 2 men's varsity 8 is St. Edward's first, Central Catholic second, Bethesda Chevy Chase third, Thomas Jefferson fourth, St. Augustine fifth, and St. Ignatius Cleveland sixth. Men's varsity 8 semi number 3. This is the last semifinal of the day, and this is Washington and Lee in lane 1. St. Joe's Prep in 2, New Trier in 3, St. Ignatius San Francisco 4, Chaminade 5, James Madison 6, 2 to the grand final, 3rd and 4th to the petite final.
St. Joseph Prep. Lanes 1 and lane 4 approximately even, 6 seats behind St. Joseph Prep. Lane 5, Chaminade, down, bow to stern on lane 4, lane 6, down, bow to stern on lane 5. I see them 650 meters left, lane 3, New Trier, opening up on the field, bow to stern on lanes 2 and lane 4, St. Joseph Prep. St. Ignatius San Francisco, who are both approximately even, lane 1 and lane 5, also even, bow to stern behind lane 4. Lane 5, Chaminade moving ahead of lane 1, lane 4. Ignatius San Francisco moving ahead of lane 3, St. Joseph Prep, with New Trier maintaining the lead.
Turn this off for a while.
Yeah.
Just leave it here.
Yep.
Okay, coming in the last 250 meters, the final semifinal of the day. And this is the men's varsity 8 semifinal 3. 250 meters to go. It is New Trier in the lead. It looks like right now we have St. Joe's Prep in second, making a really big push here to take on New Trier. Third place is very close between Washington and Lee and St. Ignatius of San Francisco. And we have New Trier in first, St. Joe's Prep in second, St. Ignatius of San Francisco third, Chaminade in fourth, Washington and Lee fifth, and James Madison sixth. That's unofficial results, semi 3 men's varsity 8. Right now we'll be taking a break and racing will resume with the start of the first grand final at 12:15 with the women's lightweight double. Join us again.